Like when you're a kid and you ask your mama, can your friend stay over for dinner? And your mother looking at you like you crazy because she like, wait a minute, we barely got enough food to feed us. You won't get out half your hot dogs and pork and beans? Because I'm not splitting mine. I don't hear nobody out there. I'm in a scrub set, right? Don't think that I'm going to go save nobody's life or, take out the trash in the patient room or anything like that. Look, at one of my jobs, we had a scare, so I had to come out my clothes quickly, all right? And I was offered this lovely green scrub set, okay? So now this is my kick it clothes. All right. And if you all ain't following me over there on the Instagram or the Facebook, y'all should go on over there, because when I ain't in front of this camera looking like all day, every day, I'm pretty fashionable. Okay. But y'all, sometimes I just be powering through these videos. I ain't even gonna lie. DC done turned me every which way but loose. I am wore the hell out.
1 minute we were fine, and the next minute we couldn't stand being in the same room with each other. I needed a break. I decided to go and spend time with SC for a few hours. I told Nas I was going to a friend's house, even though I knew for sure that SC deliberately attempted to sabotage my relationship with Nas. I accepted the fact that he was human and was acting strictly out of emotion. When I saw SC, I noticed he didn't make eye contact with me. That was unusual. Guilt and frustration masked his face and accented his every word. SC and I talked the entire time I was there. We both had a lot on our plates and had much to discuss. I told SC that now was the time to be who we claimed we were.
Who the hell you claim to be? Y'all ain't boyfriend and girlfriend. Even JC, like, is that your chick? He don't know who the hell you are, girl. Or no, he do know who you are. You just a dummy, don't know who the hell you are. Okay, is that your chick? He's talking to you, girl. Pay attention.
I made it clear that things would only get worse if we allowed it to. A couple of hours later, I entered the house and Nas was still in a bad mood. He was exactly the same as he had been earlier. The trip would be a short one, I decided, so Destiny and I headed back to Cali a few days later. Days after I was back in Cali, SC flew out as well on business. A few friends and I went to a party and we bumped into SC.
Where you been? I've been trying to reach you, he said. I could tell he was drunk. I'm so bad with cell phones and messages, I said. SC wasn't alone. He was with Dr. Dre, Dame, Steve Stout, Tone from Trackmasters, and a few other people. Now, let me tell you, SC drunk. You know she imagining that drunk pickle. Okay, because he is something to be reckoned with that drunk pickle. But in her mind, she like, oh, okay, there goes Steve Stout. I'm not about to make this situation worse. Bitch, you already in public breathing and kikiing and googling all over that goddamn Sean Carter. Girl, but okay, you got to make better choices in life. And I hope now you're making better choices. But girl, she in there kicking and cocoon, Steve Stout right there. And she know damn well that Steve Stout is Nas and I think Jay-Z's manager or business person at the time. Okay? So Steve is like the go-between between Nas and Jay-Z. She's trying to control Jay-Z. Jay-Z, stop. Stop, don't touch me. Jay-Z like, come here, girl. That's what them Sagittarians do. When they want you, they will reach out and they will grab your ass. They don't give a fuck if your man right there. They don't care. And then dare your man to say something to him, okay? If they couldn't do it, they wouldn't do it. Jay-Z reaches out to the girl, You know, because he say in the song, he don't kiss her, but you know, grabbing her and groping her and stuff all in front of Steve Stout. We got problems. His hands were all over me. He grabbed my ass and was pulling me close to him. Steve stood directly in front of us with his mouth open and eyes glued to us. If he were a mirror, I would have been staring at my own reflection. I spun around and darted into the ladies' room. The heat was on. Steve made sure to watch my every move. Minutes later, I joined my friends. What was all that about? They asked in a huddle. Nothing. We'll talk later. I'm ready to go home. The night ended with me getting home safely and passing out on the couch. With all that drama, I knew I was living dangerously. But SC was still my friend. That nigga ain't your friend. He's not your friend, bitch. He don't love you, girl. He don't like you, girl. He like your vagina, girl. He like the fact that he is screwing and hunching on Nas's baby mammy, and Nas's baby mammy is lying to him in his face. But girl, he don't like you. That is not your fucking friend. I knew I was living dangerously, but SC was still my friend, and I couldn't stay mad at him. So when he called during my next quick stint in New York and invited me over, I couldn't help myself. You dirty bitch! Well, with all the drama, I knew I was living dangerously, but SC was still my friend, and I couldn't stay mad at him. So when he called during my next quick stint in New York and invited me over, I couldn't help myself. True romance. This is my favorite movie, I blurted when I saw it mixed in with the other DVDs on his rack. Word, it's one of my favorites too, he replied. Oh, I thought to myself, we're like the ghetto version of Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater. Answer no. No, you're not, girl. Why don't you go in the liquor cabinet in the dining room and get us a bottle of wine, he suggested. We were halfway through the movie when SC started to undress me. It was a heated moment and my insides were so warm. The wine had me buzzed. It was a lot smoother and fruitier than Chardonnay. I drank just about the whole bottle. I was so relaxed, but I had to remind myself not to fall asleep. Let me tell you something about them wines when you get older. Us old ladies love to drink the wine. Not me. I don't drink that shit. I told you, ever since I done had Lulu, I really just don't. Here I go, had Lulu. Like I'm literally pushing this Frenchie out my loins. But ever since I received Lulu, I don't really drink like that because I don't trust myself to be able to be a functioning person in the morning, you know, because I drank half a beer the other day over there at the Greenbelt Fridays, girl, and the next morning when I got up, I swear to God, it felt like I had a hangover. I done slept with 3 bitches and that niggas. And like I've been in a fight or two. It was over half a beer. Half a beer, y'all. I'm just not able. My body is not able to handle alcohol like that. Okay? Now I told you I used to could do edibles, but since I had Lou, I just don't trust myself to be functioning the next day. All right, but anyway, back to the point that I'm trying to make. Us ladies, now that we get older, us ladies that be having that glass of wine when we get home from work, man, that should be wearing your stomach out. Y'all can fake all you want to, but it be so much gas associated with that wine that I don't want no parts of it. Yeah, it tastes good, sweet, and fruity, but that gas be creating in your stomach. Stay awake, Carmen. Stay awake. It would be hard fighting against the liquor, but I had to pace myself. And this time we would be using a condom. Answer yes. You want to use a condom this time? Okay, pause. Remember, she had caught a fire crotch, or she allegedly caught a fire crotch from Jay-Z, then turned around months later and had unprotected sex with him again. So now, this time, you saying, oh, we used a condom. Man, I'm not going back to no ninja that gave me the hot pastanka. We not doing it no more because I'm not going to trust you. I'm not going to trust your ding-a-ling neither. And to make it so bad, he know he gave it to you. He know he got it from somebody. He may not can narrow down to who he got it from. But he know in the moment that he got it, he slept with somebody else before he fixed it. And he knows he didn't gave it to somebody. So that's the worst part. I guess if you don't bring it up, I ain't gonna bring it up. By 2 a.m., SC was knocked out. I kissed him on his lips and bounced. I got home in 45 minutes. Nas still wasn't home. I took a shower and got in the bed. A few minutes later, I heard Nas as he opened the front door. He crashed right beside me. No words, no touching, just two bodies sharing a bed. Mrs. Jones had developed breast cancer and was growing severely ill. Shelley and Mrs. Jones were very close, and she confided in Shelley a lot. So that's why Nas had moved his mother in with him to be close in case something should go wrong. Y'all know me and my wife went through that breast cancer situation. That thing ain't no joke. It's no joke for the person that's going through it. And it's no joke for the person that is caring, because it was rough for us. On top of this, there were great financial problems. The mansion was costing a fortune, and Nas was hitting rock bottom. He was carrying a lot of weight. The mansion was just too much for Nas to maintain. The rooms were completely empty, with the exception of the bedrooms and one of the living rooms. It was just a big empty house. The months were sprinting by, and it was now summer. Nas was broke, which meant that I was broke. If the bitch would have got a job, if you would have got some kind of job or generate some kind of revenue, you would not be broke. It didn't really hit me until we had nothing. My younger sister, Nene, came to stay with us at the mansion for the summer. We had more than enough space, so it was no problem at all. But what about the food part, girl? How y'all gonna feed Nene? Is Nene bringing in the food? So this is what I feel. You know, you're gonna stay here for free, girl. But you need to do something. Either you need to go get some food stamps and contribute them food stamps to the house. I don't know what you need, but you can't stay here for free. Okay, you can't just lay around all day and use up the water and the electric and, stuff like that, especially when they're struggling. That's, to me, it's inconsiderate to stay in somebody's house and they're not financially stable. The fuck are you adding to the problems for? At one time, one light was on. Now it's two. We had more than enough space, so it was no problem at all. It was a problem. It's definitely a problem. Like when you're a kid and you ask your mama, can your friend stay over for dinner? And your mother looking at you like you crazy because she like, wait a minute, we barely got enough food to feed us. You won't get that motherfucker half your hot dogs and pork and beans? Because I'm not splitting mine. She and I took several trips to my brother Van's studio in Queens to keep busy. Destiny was off to camp early in the morning, and we'd pick her up around 4 p.m. and head back to Long Island. Although we were on a tight budget, we made the best of it. Girl, you should have got a job. Fuck you. I don't understand why, as a mother, just because your baby father is a rapper, that you think that you don't need to get a job. I would never stop working. Even though I didn't technically have a job before, I still received YouTube money. When my YouTube money changed, I said, oh shit, I'm gonna have to get a job, because at the time, like I said, me and my wife was going through problems, so I couldn't rely on her to even out the amount of money that I needed to help me maintain my bills. And my wife never paid my bills. I paid my own bills. I got a fucking job, regardless of how much money my wife makes. I got a job. You got to get a job, girl. Anyway, back in LA one particular morning while I was getting Destiny ready for school, the phone rang. I thought to myself, who could this be at this early hour? It was SC. He was in town and wanted to see me. His hotel was literally 5 minutes away. After I dropped Destiny off, I picked up some whipped cream and strawberries.